Oh. Hello. I don't know whether anybody's here with me at the moment. I don't think so. So I shall get my knitting together while I'm waiting for somebody to arrive. I'm knitting my second sleeve on my cardigan with my purple wool that looks blue. Hi, Vo. I'm knitting my purple wool that looks blue. It is purple. And it does have sparkles. And I'm on my second sleeve. Woo. Hi, Nathan. Here I am, here I am. A bit older than last year, but I'm here. I've got my bit of paper with the increases on. How am I doing? Well, oh, for goodness sake. Stop it, phone, stop it. Oh, am I? Well, it's a moot point. Yeah. I did have a fantastic birthday. The weather was... We don't talk about it. I'll tell you about the weather in a bit when there's more people on here. But let's just say it hasn't been cooperative, the weather. So we won't talk about it for the moment. We won't spoil a nice day. Well, it's not. But that's another point, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, right, I'm going to get on with knitting while I'm talking to you. Yes, I've had a very great birthday. Yeah, well, it's a big birthday, isn't it? And I might not have another one. Well, I'll have another birthday, hopefully, but I might not have another big one, you know what I mean? I do plan on being around for when I'm 90, so stand by. You've got 10 years to prepare yourself. Oh dear, but Esther, no, the weather is not been good at all. It's just been absolute rubbish. You know, when you wonder why you moved to the coast, because it seems to pour down all the time. But I won't let it dampen my spirits, even though it's raining at the moment. I can hear it bashing on the conservatory roof. I've shut the door so I can't hear it as much. I've got me... Oh, wrong way. No, that way. I've got my plants there. I've got poinsettia from Val in front, and then I've got a big bunch of flowers at the back from my friend. Yeah. So I've not had a big bunch of flowers like that for years. Oh, it's a wonder I got them home, though. It was raining. I had to put them on my scooter and it was pouring down. So it's a wonder I got them home in one piece, but I managed. Thankfully, I have a scooter with a top. Yeah. Well, there's 10 people in. I've got 7 thumbs up and there's only 3 people said hello. I must be scary today. Yeah. That's for the hips. We're not talking about them. I think I told you I've got another appointment with my GP, but not until the 15th, so I've got to struggle along. Yeah. Hi, Martin. How are you? I'm doing my knitting. I'm on my last sleeve of the blue that is actually purple. Yeah. Trying not to look any older. Yeah, we've got Val, we've got Nathan, and we've got Esther in. We've got actually 9 people in. Somebody's left. There was 10 people in before. I must be scaring everybody away. Oh dear. And I've got my bit of paper. I need a bit of paper when I have to do a pattern, and at the same time I've got to increase. I don't know about you, but I have to have a paper and a pen. I cannot do it in the brain box anymore. It just doesn't work that way. I forget to increase like I've just done now. Or, I forget what pattern row I'm on. I've only got 4 pattern rows, but I forget. It'll come to you all. It'll come to you all. It might have already come to Val. The rest of you are considerably younger. Hi, Linda. I hope everybody's weather is better than mine. Otherwise, we'll all be swept to sea, out to sea. I need a canoe. Don't need a scooter. A motorboat probably would be nice. One of those with wheels on that goes in the water as well. What they call like them land sea things. You've seen them, haven't you? They look like jeeps and they go in the water, don't they, as well? But they go on land as well because they've got 4 wheels. I could do with one of those at the moment to do my shopping in. But it would have to have a lid on it, yes. Oh, yeah. Well, I've been out to brunch this week, but that's another story I'll tell you about in a bit when there's more people in. It wasn't a good experience. Not because of the food, it was just not a good experience. Funny when you look back at it, yeah. Oh, you've been to the Makers Market, the Winter's Garden. Did you buy anything or was it all too expensive? I only went once, but it was a bit, oof, too dear for me. Too expensive. I looked at the cakes when I went to the Winter Garden. I'm thinking, £3 and £4 for a piece of cake. I thought, oh my goodness. Mind you, I watched Amora and she'd gone to some wool fair or other. And she was saying how much, £9 or something for a sandwich and a drink. I thought, oh, blooming heck. It's blowing a gale. It's not at the minute. Not for a change. It stopped. I bet this coffee's too hot. Let me have a taste. No, it's too hot. Can't go near it. It's too hot. You bought some nice things, but not what you need. Well, you never do. You don't go to these craft shows to buy what you need. You come home and say, you know, what have you, why have I bought that? It always seems like a good idea when you're actually there, doesn't it? You'd rather go without what? You'd rather go without what, Nathan? Well, I didn't have to go food shopping today because I have so much in, thankfully, from Berry Market that I don't need to get anything. Probably for a couple of weeks. I'll have to buy some bits. Oh, the £9 sandwich. I wouldn't have bought it. No way would I. Always take a drink with me anyway. And I usually take my own sandwiches when I go to, not that I go very often to wool fairs, but in the past, let's say, when I used to go to wool fairs, I always took my own sandwich. And after paying, what was it, £14 for that cream tea last year, at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, fleecing beggars, I'll be taking my own sandwich. Yeah, I would imagine so. They don't half pile it on. They have a captive audience, you see, when you go to these things. And not everybody thinks about taking a sandwich. I always have a drink with me, always, because I've always got a dry mouth. I think it's something to do with me medication and me whatnot. I'm always drinking little bits and pieces. I don't drink a lot. I don't drink enough, to be quite honest. And I don't mean alcohol. I mean enough water. I'm not all over a water. I will drink it if I'm out and about. I always have a bottle of water on my scooter. But that's about the only time I drink water. Well, I'm supposed to, Nathan, but we all know we don't do what we're told, don't we? Yeah. I've got very poor kidney function. I think I've told you all this before. £12 for a ride. Oh, I wouldn't be going on one. I don't mind spending on something that I can keep that's worthwhile, like obviously clothing, something like that. But I will not pay like £12 to go on a ride that's over in 5 minutes. I like more bang for my buck, if you know what I mean. Yeah. If it's something that is tangible that you can see and you can take home with you and you can use, then I will spend my money. But buying a sandwich at them exorbitant prices and paying £12 for a ride, no. Yeah, I've got this from this tramadol. I don't know what it is. I've never really had a dry mouth before, but I have from this tramadol. I tell you what, I've got to praise my new chemist. Honestly, I ordered my medication on Friday morning. My old chemist used to want 48 hours, but not from when you put the prescription in, 48 hours from when the doctor gave them the prescription, which really means 2 to 3 days. And if it's weekend, they don't count that at all. He delivered my medication on Friday evening. I couldn't believe it. I was expecting it maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. No. So I'm really chuffed with my new chemist. And also doubly chuffed because it was my injection. And you know for a fact my other chemist never had it in. I always had to wait until it was like later than I should have took it because they never had it. So it got delivered. Me doing the injection. I'm like, yay! Wow! So I was quite pleased about that. I like to get my medication on the right day now. Because you're not supposed to leave gaps in it. You're supposed to have it at the same time each week. But you can't do that if they don't deliver, can you? So that's why I changed to this new chemist, because they said they always have the injections. You were in Vienna. I bet it weren't flipping raining like it is here. Oh, Vienna. Did you buy it? Did you nick it from the pub? Everybody nicks the things like that when they go away, don't they? Not that I ever did. And you go to people's houses and they've always got them, what called Guinness glasses and that they've all nicked from the pub. Well, I've washed that cardigan I had on the other day and stretched the sleeves, so I'm hoping that when it dries, it'll be long enough without me having to add any more on it. So, but of course, it won't dry for ages because I've had to put it in the conservatory. I'll say one thing for this house. When you get up in the morning, it's freezing. It's really freezing. And you have to put the heating on. But I turned the heating off about 2 hours after I'd had it on, and it's warm enough now. As long as you don't go outside or open the door and things like that, it stays pretty warm, which is good, really. It must be well insulated. It takes a while to warm up, but once it's warm up, it stays warm, which I'm thrilled about. Might help to keep my heating bill down, even though I gave them my £200. Yeah, I gave them the heating allowance just so that I can afford to put the heating on a bit. Oh, as for that Rachel, I could strangle her. She's not done any of us any favours. All she's done is encouraging the people who don't work, won't work, to have loads of kids and claim every benefit under the sun. It's all wrong. All wrong. People who worked all their lives and paid into the system, we don't give a monkey's over us. We'd rather give the money to, oh, you bought it, right? Well, not have you. Well, not put your name in the window then. Well, I wouldn't have that because I don't go to any beer festivals. I thought you didn't drink, Linda. How come you have beer glasses? Hi, Connie. I never thought you were a drinker, Linda. Linda's got hidden sides to her that we didn't know about, obviously. Dee, dee, dee. I think they're all okay. I've got 23 people in. I've got 14 thumbs up, but nobody's really chatting. Hi, Munchkin. Everybody's a bit silent today. I've got my flowers, as you can see. The poinsettia at the front is Val's, and then the flowers behind came from my friend, yeah. So I brought them in here. They were usually in the lounge, but I brought them in here so you could all have a look at them. Yeah. Oh, so what's my week been like? Raining. Oh, yeah. I'll show you them in a minute. When there's more people in, I'll show you my dresses. Well, actually, it's a dress and a skirt, but I'll show them you in a minute. And the skirt needs ironing. It's very crumpled. It only arrived this morning, so it's not been ironed. Yeah, it has never stopped raining all week. And my friend and I, we went out on yesterday, and I said to her, it's going to rain. And she said, no, we'll be fine. It's dried up. Well, I wasn't too bad because, as you know, my scooter's got a roof. She got halfway here and the heavens opened on her. But it wasn't just the heavens opened, it was torrential rain and hailstones. So by the time she got to me, she was drenched right through to her underwear. Anyway, she couldn't say anything because I said to her, it's your fault. You made me come out. She says, next time I have a bright idea like that, will you tell me no? I thought you didn't drink. Yeah. I was beginning to think you had hidden sides that we didn't know anything about. Yeah, so we got wet through. So she can't move now because of, she's got arthritis that suffers from the cold, as I do. So we're both regretting going out yesterday. I wouldn't mind, but I didn't buy anything. She did go in B&M and buy some things, but I didn't buy anything. I thought, no, I'm going home. Oh, I tell a lie, I bought a Cornish pasty. That's all I bought. I don't know why I bothered to go out. She made me. That's all I could say. She kept saying, oh, come on, come on. I'm going stir crazy. I've been in all week. She said, come on, come out. So she said, I'll buy you dinner. I said, I don't want me dinner. I said, I don't want anything. She said, no, but come on, we can have a coffee. I said, right, well, Well, I didn't have a coffee, actually, because I don't like their coffee at that shop. I said, I'll have a Coca-Cola. So you're drenched, wet through, freezing cold, and what am I having? A Coca-Cola, yeah. But I don't like their coffee. It's horrible. And I can't have milky coffee because, as you know, I can only have lactose-free milk. And they only have, is it almond milk or something like that in the shop, and I don't want that. And their black coffee's awful. So, yeah, so that was it was absolutely, I have never seen hailstones. They were lashing on my windscreen of my scooter, and I couldn't see where I was going. And it was coming up and under and all over. Luckily, I'd found my big coat, my long coat that I'd not had. In fact, I've not worn it since, oh God, years or something, the coat. But I still had a full-length coat. So luckily, I had that on, so my legs weren't wet. Oh, cannot cope with this weather. Can't cope. Today, thankfully, I didn't have to go out. My niece has gone to Manchester today. She's gone to see some Tina Turner. I don't know whether it's a play, a concert, or a tribute. I don't know, but she's gone to... Ooh, that was me mat dropped on the floor. She's gone to see... Well, she said, I've gone to see Tina Turner, but obviously she hasn't because Tina's not with us anymore. So I don't know whether it's a musical about Tina Turner or whether it's a Tina Turner tribute act. Don't know. No doubt she'll tell me tomorrow when she's been and gone and seen it, yeah. She's meeting up with Manchester friends, yeah. So I don't know whether she's staying overnight. Because she can do, because there's loads of her friends over there that have a spare room for her. So I would imagine she's not coming back on the train. She said she was on the train with two absolutely drunk girls and some football supporters who were all drinking lager and singing football songs. So it sounds like she had a great train ride to Manchester. She was sat in the corner trying to ignore everybody. Yeah. So I'm wearing one of my thicker. No, Janet, that is not a knit. That's a pearl, and then that's a knit. I'm wearing one of my very old cardigans that I made when I was in the shop, I think. Yeah, I think. I made a few of them. I'll show you the book. You might be able to get the book. I don't know. It's a very, very old book. But it's very nice. It's like a imitation sort of Aran, even though it's crochet. But as you can see, it's very old. It's gone very fluffy. But it's a lovely pattern. I'll show you the book it came from because I know everybody wants to know. It came from this book, Glorious Crochet Sweaters, by she called Nola Thies or Thies, whatever, Nola Thies. And there's 3 that I've made out of here. You may have seen me wear this one. It's in like a very deep jade green. I've worn that one. They're in Aran, by the way, if you want to know what they're done in. Well, I've done mine in Aran. And this is the one I've got on today. That one. And I've also made this other one, but I don't think I've still got this one. I might have. I made this one in navy blue. I can't remember if I still got it or not. That one. I bought the book for those. There's actually sweaters in here as well that are like an Aran design as well. But it's a lovely book if you can still get it. I don't think it's big sizes if you're a big girl. I think it's just smaller sizes. Well, not that small because it fits me, doesn't it? But you know, they've got some lovely things in. But I've had this book donkey's years. But I think I still saw it on one of the web pages somewhere. I mean, that one's lovely, but it's done in mohair, so I wouldn't wear it because it makes me twitchy. It's like plaid, isn't it? They're all crochet, by the way. Everything is crochet. So that one's very intricate. That one. But it's a good book. I'm sure I've seen it. Either on eBay or on Awesome Books I've seen it. It's printed in England, so... Oh, no, New York. I think it's American symbols, if I remember rightly. I think it is. You know, if you're like me, an English crochet, you have to suss it out. But Yeah, I think it is. Helpful notes, what does it say? No, it's just talking about the gauge. But I think it's American terminology. No, it's telling you all about the... I think so. I think it is. It's on eBay, is it? Yeah. There's 3 on eBay if you rush, girls and boys. But I mean, there's some nice patterns in there. But I'm going to make another one. I mean, the one on the front cover's nice, isn't it? Again, it's done in mohair. £9 and £13. We'll slapping up the £9 one. I probably paid more than that for it because I bought it new all those years ago. I don't know when it was first published, but it was new when I bought it. I've had it that long. I tell you, I prefer these books. What does it tell you? Oh, it does tell you in here. What does it? Yeah, 1989. But I tell you that they're still what you call going strong, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're not old-fashioned, are they? Ooh. Well, did I tell you all I got a Secret Santa parcel? I don't know who it's from. It's one of you lot, yeah. Thank you very much. It just says a bit of fun. There's 12 packages. I can choose whether I open one every other day or from the 13th to the 24th of December. Well, as I'm not doing like a Vlogmas or whatever, I thought I would open one every time I make a video. Hopefully I'll make 12 videos between now and Christmas. So we will open our first one today. Here it is. Number 1. Well, actually, it isn't number 1 because I opened one first of all. Because it wasn't actually, it was wrapped separately. It's what I've just dropped. It's a placemat, little coaster. Right, you ready? Let's open it all. What does it look like? What does it look like? Don't know. I'll have to pull it out. Have a look. Oh, it's a little J. J for Janet. Very nice. Little J for Janet. I can hang that on my tree. I am going to get my tree out. It's in the garage somewhere. Oh, looky. It's a headband with pearls on it. I'm not going to try it on because my hair doesn't take long to mess my hair up. It's a structured concern, my hair. Not much of it these days. So that was number 1 in the Secret Santa. Oh, I tell you, I'm being spoiled. I want to be 80 again next year. Greedy, aren't I? I have honestly never been this spoiled. Not even when I was 21. No, not even. I ain't it. It's still not bad, Val. Have a look on Awesome Books, see if there's any cheaper on there. Because if you buy 3 books, you get free postage on Awesome Books, yeah. They've always got loads of cheap books, yeah. Hi, Shad. Oh, I've ordered some more necklaces that are still arriving soon. So, you know, you're in for a treat between now and Christmas, Shad. There we go. It always reminds me sort of like Turkey or Greece. Is it Greece? But it's like navy blue with white. That's what this necklace always reminds me of. because this dress actually looks black, but in the daylight it's actually a navy blue, this dress. So it's one of them that's too high up in the waist. That's supposed to be the waist. I mean, come on. My waist is not up there. And they give you a belt with it, you know, a little tie belt. You've got to tie the belt up underneath your bust. No, I don't think so. I feel like I'm in Jane Austen, you know, with my waist up underneath my bust somewhere. Oh, God. Jana, stop moving about. Yeah, I've ordered quite a few necklaces coming from eBay, so you've been for a treat between now and Christmas. I did show them on my other video, but I'll put them away. They're in the other room now. Yeah. If anybody wants to see what I bought, I've stopped now. I've got my wardrobe sorted now. This one wants a good iron. It's only came this morning. It's a skirt with a uneven hanky edges. It definitely wants an iron. It's got the elasticated waist at the top, which is very good for anybody who's got a bit of a tummy. Yeah. Obviously, Moonbeams and Mayhem. Where would I be without them? I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. And then this one is my party dress if I ever go anywhere in a party. It's like a fairy queen dress. It's got the lacing on it. But what I love is all this. Look at this. Look at all this. All this. Oh, I think it's gorgeous. Obviously, it's not for this weather unless you're wearing your cardigan, is it? But I would wear it at Christmas. It's my Christmas dress. Yeah, it goes all the way down with the hanky pointed ends. Very Stevie Nicks, isn't it? Ooh. Lovely. It's me. It's me. My kind of clothing. I've spent up now. That's it now. No more clothes now. I'm sorted out now with clothes. Yeah, it's not an everyday dress, is it, Connie? But it's a nice one to keep for special occasions, you know. If I ever get invited anywhere special, but I shall wear it at Christmas. I'm going to my niece's. So hopefully she'll have a heating on. Otherwise I shall be taking my shawl. Oh dear. They're younger than me, you see. They don't feel the cold, do they? When you get my age, oh dear. You feel every bit, don't you? Somebody sent a birthday card that went to my old place. But I know the lady who bought the house, so she gave it to my friend. So my friend said, how are you settling in? You know, she said, oh, I love the log burner. She says, but it burns through logs at a rate of knots. And I thought I could have told her that. It was costing me about £100 a month just to feed it. They're all right if you've got access to cheap wood. But you're not allowed to burn, you know, unseasoned wood. You've got to burn, you know, the wood that's kiln dried. It costs a fortune for a little bag. But she never asked me that question when she was buying the bungalow. She just asked me, was it warm? And I said, oh, it's really warm. It's really hot. But I mean, I didn't light it all day. I lit it about tea time and didn't put any more on it until about 9 o'clock at night. And it just ate wood for fun. So people who dream about a log burner don't bother. And they're the muckiest things on earth when you have to clean them out. So I'm so glad. The only snag is here, I wished I had a gas fire. I've got an electric one that I can't put on because that goes with the electric here. So I can't put that on. It's cheaper to put the central heating on than it is to turn the electric fire on. So I wished I'd had a gas fire, but I'm not There's no gas laid on there at the front, so I'd have to pay to have the gas run over there. Oh, no, can't be bothered. Can I be bothered? So I've got a halogen heater that I put on every now and again. But as I said before, once the house warms up, it stays pretty warm all day. And of course, I go out quite a lot, so when I'm out, I don't have to put it on. But it's very chilly when I get up in the morning. Oh, gosh, my old bones don't like it. I lie in bed thinking, oh, please, I've got to go to the loo. Yeah. We're having absolute awful torrential rain and hailstones here. So it's absolutely, yeah, that kind of weather. Oh, move to the seaside, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Tell you, I wish to heck I'd have stayed in Manchester. When I went to Berry Market the last week, I was nearly taking my coat off. It was that warm compared to here. Yeah, flipping heck. What a difference. I was never cold in Manchester, not even when it snowed. I had a very well insulated house. I had the walls were insulated, and it all got given to me for free. The upstairs was all insulated with great thick insulation, and the walls were done as well, and it was really hot house it was. And it used to get the sunshine. And monochrome. It's actually navy blue, Val, but it looks like black, doesn't it? Yeah. And this is actually cream. It's my camera. My camera turns all the colours funny. Well, it sends this blue, doesn't it? And it's purple. Yeah. I'm on my last sleeve. I went to, I had that mustard sweater on the other day and it had gone a bit fluffy. Well, I called in the Naked Sheep and got some Stylecraft special in mustard. Is it called mustard? Yeah, it's called mustard. To make another cardigan. I might make a different pattern and then people won't think I'm still wearing the same one. It's still wearable, it's just gone a bit fluffy. But it goes with a couple of my dresses, so you know what I'm like. I have to tone or compliment. I can't wear anything that's not together. Oh dear. I was watching somebody and they said it makes them feel so much better when they take care and think about what they're wearing. And I thought, I'm wired the same way. I know some people don't care, but I'm wired that way. It makes a huge difference to the way I feel about the day, about myself, about everything. If I can look in the mirror and I don't mean like what I see this way, but I mean like what I see, what I'm wearing, yeah. It makes my mood lift. If I'm slopping about in something horrible all day long, I'm absolutely depressed. I mean, the other day I had a tracksuit on and I'm just not a tracksuit person. And I don't know why, I wasn't feeling very well and I just thought I'll put my tracksuit on. It's comfy and it'll be nice. And I felt depressed all day. Yeah. Well, I've done the same thing, Val. I knitted. I thought, why have I run out of wool? I've knitted this sweater before and I've never run out of wool before. And then when I come to sew it together, I knitted 3 sleeves. What I'd done was normally I knit the back, the front, and then 2 sleeves. And I decided that time I'd knit the back, a sleeve, a front, and a sleeve. But when I got to the sleeve, I'd forgotten I knitted 1 sleeve and I knitted another one. I thought, no wonder I've run out of wool. Luckily, I worked in the wool shop so I could get more. But my mum said, how can you manage to do that? Oh, tell you, some days you're not with it, are you? And then another time, you know, when you pick up for the knitting for the stitches for your neck, I'd picked the back, the front, then I picked up 2 sleeves. So when I came to sew it together, I thought, what's going on here? So the back was there, the front was there, then 2 sleeves. Hello. So you see, I'm not just dippy when I've got older. I was dippy to start off with. And I made such a lovely job of the neckband as well. You know, when you pick up and it's all neat and you do something, you think, oh, I've done that nice. I've made a right good job of that. And I had to pull it all undone because I'd done it wrong. Oh, tell me. Has anybody else ever done something stupid like that? Mind you, one lady came in the shop and she said to me, my husband doesn't like the big light on. She said, so I'm always knitting in the gathering gloom. She says, but I want to tell you a funny story. So I said, what? She said, well, I was knitting away there and I rummaged in my bag to get another ball of wool. And she said, I carried on knitting, watching the telly. And she said, following morning, I looked at my knit and it was a completely different colour. She picked up a ball of something not even remotely like what she was supposed to be knitting with. So she knitted, I don't know how much, of the wrong colour. Oh, very posh, Enid. You've got a new car. Woohoo! Yeah, that's why I got rid of the last car I had. It would have cost me more to have it fixed than it would have done to get a different car. Not that I've ever had posh cars. I've only ever had like bangers, you know. Right, Janet, did you increase that row or did you not? No, you didn't, did you? If I only had the brain. No, I didn't increase. I should have increased. I'll increase on this row instead. I'm supposed to increase every 8 rows. So, hey ho, it's 9 rows. And I'm not on the right row now. I'm on row. I'm on row 4. I know it's nice not to have any debt, but if it's dangerous, then what do you do? I mean, I miss not having a car at certain times. Like, you know, I'm stuck. I can only go to certain places if the tram goes and there. I mean, Linda was talking about the wool shops not being anywhere around where she lives. And she said, oh, there's one in St Anne's. I can't get to St Anne's unless somebody takes me. Because, hi Helen, because I'd have to get a tram so far, then get off the tram, lugging my little scooter behind me, and then catch another bus. And the buses, they're not very helpful. You have to lug your scooter up. I know they're supposed to drop the curb down, but they don't. So they stand there and watch you lugging your scooter up, yeah. And so then I would have to know where to get off, wouldn't I? Oh, so no. Yeah. Well, I used to have people come in the shop, and we used to do layaway, you know, lay-by. If people couldn't afford to buy all their wool at once, which a lot of people can't. And they used to come in for 1 ball or 2 balls, and I used to say, don't do that, put it all away, because otherwise you'll get different dye lots. And they can be absolutely different. And especially if you're knitting in the electric light, you know, you don't know if you got the right colour or not, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't know, Enid. There's no chance of me ever having another car. I gave up my licence anyway, so if I had another car, if I won the lottery and bought another car, I'd have to actually pass my test, so because I gave my licence up. Man, if I won the lottery, I'd have a chauffeur, wouldn't I? and have a chauffeur or a chauffeurs. Oh, I'd be frightened to death of anybody bumping it. Every time my dad got a new car, every time my mother went to the supermarket, somebody used to run a trolley or something on my dad's new car. So he'd have it about 2 days and it'd have a big line down it, yeah. Yeah, well, he did. He got a scratch all down his brand new car. He was cussing my mother. Did you have to go to the supermarket? I mean, every day you see things on Facebook, like somebody's running to their car and buzzed off and not stopped and that. It seems to be a common thing these days. But they do that, you know, they bump into it. I'm knitting a cardigan, a very old pattern. It's actually purple, but it looks blue on here. Yeah, every week I'm looking on Facebook and people are saying, has anybody got any, door cam footage because somebody's running the car and run off and not, stopped or anything. Somebody did that with me once in the car park. And a bloke said to me, he said, oh, it's all right. He said, they've left their name and address on your dashboard. And it was an envelope. And when I opened it, it said, the couple think I'm leaving my name and address, but I'm not, sorry. And it was the days before, they had cameras on car parks and that, so I got no chance of finding out who'd running me. Yeah, this bloke, oh, it's all right, he's left his number for you. Yeah, he hadn't. He just left me a cheeky note. Yeah, I think I'm going to crochet. I don't know whether I'm going to crochet that mustard one next. I bought some more wool actually from Naked Sheep, but I'm not showing it on here just in case somebody's watching, because it might be for somebody's Christmas present. So I'll have to keep it a secret. I won't have to knit it or crochet it while I'm on here. It will have to be a secret project. Because you never know who watches you, do you? You think, oh no, they don't watch me, but they might do. And it spoils it all, doesn't it? I don't like having things spoiled. I opened one of my presents on the day before my birthday, only because it said it was perishable. And I wished I hadn't really, because it spoiled it then. I spoke to Sue last week. I haven't spoken to her this week. I did think she might have given me a call, actually. I bet she's forgotten it was my birthday. But, yeah, I did speak to her last week. She's all right. She's got another dog now. She's got 3 dogs now. She fell for a dog that was not being adopted. She kept seeing it on the same site. Anything. She kept seeing this little dog and nobody had adopted it, and it was there for 3 months. So she said, oh, I can't have it leaving it there in the kennels. So she adopted it. Woody, it's called, yeah. It was advertised as a small dog and it's the size of a Labrador now. Hi, Nathan. Didn't you come in before, Nathan? You did? I'm sure you came in before. Or am I dreaming? I have to keep crossing off my list. It goes 1 to 4, 1 to 4, and I've got little lines next to the ones I've got to increase on. I'm absolutely clueless if I don't do that. Well, I think at one time I used to do Aran patterns and never have to look at the pattern. After I got my pattern set, I didn't have to look at the pattern again. And now, I can't remember 1 minute to the next. You did come in before, didn't you? I'm not dreaming. Oh, I've got hiccups now. Oh, stop hiccuping. Did I tell you my friend bought me a handbag? It's a leather one. Look at that. Yay! I've not had a leather handbag since I went to Turkey about 20 years ago. And it was only a cheap one from Turkey, you know. Oh, but it was leather, so I bought it from Turkey. I had it ages. I think I might, no, I haven't still got it. It fell apart in the end. As usual, I was stuffing too much in it, you know, so it came apart at the seams. That's my want, is to put too much in my handbag. When my friend gave it to me, she said, you'll be able to put your crochet project in now. I went, my crochet projects are usually massive. She's been crocheting little things for a Christmas fair. She did very well. She had one the other day. She did really well. She's been crocheting some things called positive potatoes. I've never heard of them. They've got like little sayings on them, like, you know, have a good day, and you're something, you're beautiful or something on these little crochet potatoes. They're called positive potatoes. Anybody else heard of them? I've not heard of them. Well, not till she started making them. And then she's been selling a load of crochet cactus. She bought a lot of little plant pots from Temu, and she's been putting these little cactus things in them, crochet cactus. So, of course, she's been doing well because they sell for next to nothing, don't they? You know, they only take a few yards of wool. So I gave her all the bits of green that I'd got. She was looking for some brown because she run out of a potato colour. I said, well, if you can't find any, she was going shopping today. I said, if you can't find a ball, I'll have a look in my bag of oddments, see if I've got any brown. I don't know whether I do or not, though. It's not a colour I normally use, yeah. Oh, no, I don't like cactus. You know I don't. Shan is the cactus lady. Her cactuses are breeding for fun. I'm just not a lover of cactus. I just don't know. I don't mind that one. Is it called the Christmas cactus? You know, the one that does flowers. But just little bits of cactus with spikes on. I can't see the attraction. I'd rather have a plant with flowers on it. I mean, I've got a lot of green leaved ones. I mean, me. You've revived your knitting channel. Yay! I noticed you were missing. Yeah. You're back now. You're back. You've got your friend a positive penguin. Oh no, I'll have to tell my friend about positive penguin. She's been making positive potatoes. Yeah. Where have you been? Have you been poorly, or have you just gone off the whole idea, Mimi? Must try. Yeah, well, we all start off small. Some of us stay small like me, don't we? I'm very grateful for the subscribers I have, Mimi, but they never grow. Oh, a recluse. Is that a snake? Is it a snake? We don't do symbols, salsa, ribiero, whatever it is you called, yeah. Yeah, I think I went off it when I was moving. I just went off making videos. I just couldn't tell anybody what was going on. And I didn't want to tell anybody I was moving till I'd moved, you know. And I just went off making videos. I didn't make any for months. And then when I came back here, I had trouble with me internet, so I couldn't come back when I moved here. So I was like about 3 months or more not doing anything at all. And it was hard to get going again. Even now, I'm not back into it, Mimi. You know, I'm just not. Yeah, I think you can get a bit of burnout or whatever. I just felt that because I wasn't knitting or crocheting as much, that I didn't have anything to say to people, and I just thought I was very boring. So, you know, I just didn't have anything. I felt I had nothing to offer people, you know. And I was saying that to like Sheila, and Sheila said, "Oh no," she said, "just waffle on like I do." And I thought, well, at least you know you do, Sheila. Yeah, at least you admitted it. She said, "People don't mind if you just waffle on." So here I am waffling on. But when I used to go out more, yeah, yeah, you lost your dad, your father-in-law, and your husband was ill. Yeah, I think when life gets in the way, you know, you just take a step back. It's hard to be cheerful, isn't it? Yeah. I'm still waffling on. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Waffling, waffling, waffling. Life gets in the way, doesn't it? And it's hard to come on and be cheerful and chirpy when you've got problems and everything's going wrong in your life and you're feeling like, yeah, you know what. And I think it's so hard to come on and go, hi, everybody, you know, here I am. And when you don't feel like it, yeah. But then, you know, you bounce back again. Well, I do anyway. I give myself a good talking to, saying, hey, you know, stop doing the pity party. Stop waffling. Yeah, stop waffling. Because I hate watching videos when they're doing a pity party, you know. I don't like that at all. So, yeah. Oh, I bet you love mopping that up, didn't you, Enid? I hate it when everything burns over. Oh, I know, I can't stand pity parties. There's too many of them. Woe is me, isn't there? Beg, 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 woe is me. No, I try not to be like that at all. We've all got problems, haven't we? Yeah, milk smells awful when you burn it. It goes all over the cooker or somewhere. Oh, dear. I burned my plate the other day, like a silly Billy. You know that little oven I've got, the tabletop oven. I put something on a plate and put the plate in the oven. Oh, God, what a mess. It obviously wasn't an oven plate. It was just a plate, you know, that you put your dinner on. And oh, God. I mean, I managed to get most of the stain off it by putting it in bleach. But I thought, oh, you silly woman. What have you done that for? Oh, God, yeah. There are some people like that, unfortunately. Oh, I read that. Yeah, you burnt the turkey, didn't you? My dog ate mine one year. Not the turkey, it was a chicken. He managed to open the oven door while I was out, while it was cooking. And I walked in and nearly slipped. And I thought, what's grease all over the kitchen floor? And then I realised he'd pulled the blooming chicken out of the oven. But it was on a spring, so it went back again, door. So the oven's still blaring away there with nothing in it. My chicken was all bits all over the floor. Buster had eaten it. Then I was more bothered because of the bones, you know. I thought, oh my God, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's worse. I made the Sunday dinner once and got everything out, the vegetables and everything like that. And then my husband, well, husband at the time, he said to me, "Where's the chicken?" I hadn't put it in. It was still in the fridge. So we just had a vegetarian dinner that day. Oh, some people. I mean, I stopped going on a lot of other people's lives because of the nastiness I couldn't believe. You know, the nastiness, that some people had. Yeah, Buster managed to open the oven door. It was a pull down one. Don't know how he managed to do it, but he did, yeah. Ugh. I know you can laugh about it afterwards, but it's not funny at the time, is it? When he sat there opening a tin of salmon. Yeah, we had a vegetarian tea that day. I don't know why. I just never put the chicken in the oven. It was still in the fridge. I cooked the roast potatoes, I did all the vegetables, I did everything. You think it would have dawned on me when I put the roast potatoes in that there's no chicken in the oven, wouldn't you? Yeah, yeah. I made the gravy and everything, and he said to me, "Where's the chicken?" We all do stupid things, don't we? We were just talking about that the other day. I mean, one time I lost my purse. Oh, I was going mad because my money was in my purse. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I'm like, retrace your steps. You know you had it when you came in the house. So it's obviously in the house, so stop panicking. Just look round, retrace your steps. I put it in the freezer. Why? Honestly. And that was long before I was brain dead. I'm talking years ago when I was younger. I mean, I was only young. Well, I was only still married. I've not been married for 30 years. With the chicken incident. It was about 30 years ago when I was supposed to be compass mentis. Yeah. I mean, now it's touch and go, isn't it? Well, my mum took the joint of meat out of the oven because it was cooked and she was doing the potatoes and everything. And she went back into the lounge while the potatoes were cooking. And she'd left the back door open. And my dad come in and said, "Where's the meat?" It was out on the lawn with next door's cat. My mum said, "It's only got a few teeth markings, John. We can cut round it." My dad says, "I don't want it." Just dragged it all around the garden and got his teeth in it. I said, "No, we could trim round it." My dad says, "I don't want it now." So they had no meat on their Sunday dinner. My dad used to be a butcher, so he did love his meats, yeah. Our Ian's late dog was called Sky, yeah. She was a rottie. She was a lovely dog. I was terrified of her at first. When they got her, I'm like, "Oh, don't let her hear me. I'm not babysitting that dog." And she was the softest. She was beautiful. She was great with the kids. Absolutely lovely dog. And yet they've got such a bad reputation, haven't they? My friend's having trouble with her dog. It's a cane corser. And honest to God, it'd lick a burglar to death. It's a right softy lump. But she can't get it insured because they keep thinking it's like related to the pit bulls, the American pit bulls and that. Yeah, I was worried when Buster had eaten that chicken because of the bones, because they can puncture the insides, can't they? Chicken bones are very sharp. Yeah, no, but she can't get her dog insured. So she's having to put money away each month, like as if she was paying insurance. you know, in case he needs any treatment. He's a right softie, you know, but because he's big. But I mean, he's soft, he runs away. The other day he got bitten, and he got bitten by a little dog. This little dog come up to him and bit him. He's so dumb, like he just stood there and let this dog bite him. She had to take him to the vet. No, he's fine now, yeah. But this little farty little dog come up and bit him. And the owner was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, he's usually friendly." The dog's like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah." She said, "Do you mind putting him on a lead?" She said, "Oh, you know, oh, he's only little." Yeah, well, he still bit him, didn't he? My little Gigi got bitten by a staffy. But like you say, it's the owners, isn't it? Because my staffy cross was as soft as butter. He did a good line in medicine. You know, if anybody come to the door, you know. But he wasn't vicious at all, yeah. Like you say, it's how they bring them up into it. I mean, this Labrador, was it a Labrador? No, it weren't a Labrador, it was a staffy that bit Gigi. The owner couldn't have cared less, you know. He come flying out of a garden gate and just, Gigi was on a walk. He's on his lead and everything, trotting along there. This dog come flying out. Didn't have to make a mess of Gigi. He had stitches everywhere. Oh, God, his little innards were, oh. It just bit all his side. And it wouldn't let go of it. It was shaking him like a little rat. Wouldn't let go of Gigi. I'd have kicked them. I don't believe in hurting animals, but I'd have kicked that blooming thing if I'd have been with him. But the owner would not take any responsibility for him at all. Oh, Gigi was a little star, wasn't he? Everybody used to say, "Oh, he's not pretty at all. He looks like a little fox." But I thought he was cute. He was ever so sweet. He was a right little cuddle bunny. All he ever wanted to do was sit on me. You remember how many videos I made with him sat here? He was a right little couch potato. And he used to snore, if you remember. Everybody used to say, "Is that Gigi?" Yep, that's Gigi. He snored worse than Buster. But Ariane's French Bulldog, oh my God, she snores like I don't know what. Whenever they went away and she came, and she always slept on the bed. She sleeps on the bed with them. So when they were away, she wanted to sleep on the bed with me. Oh, God, she was a nuisance. She was only tiny, but she rolled all over the bed. She was up under your neck and she was under here. And I couldn't get any sleep with her. And she snored like I don't know what. And I used to keep moving her and back she'd go. Oh, God, yeah. Well, they are fighters in their own little country, aren't they? Because don't they have them to chase rats or something? And they come from Mexico, don't they? I mean, I'd love another little Chihuahua, but I won't have one because I can't look after it, as I said before. And I do think you need to be able to look after them properly. People say get a small dog and they don't need a lot of walking, but Gigi would walk miles. You know, he's, although I said he was mine, he wasn't actually technically mine. He belonged to the lads across the road. But they worked full time and they were out long hours. So that's how come I started having him, because I was at home and they wanted somebody to look after him. But everybody thought he was mine because he used to spend more time with me than he did with his owners. But they used to take him hiking at the weekends and he used to walk miles. I mean, they had a little carrier for him, you know, when he got tired. But no, he used to walk miles with them. I used to carry him when I went shopping. When I could walk back in the day, he used to sit on my chest in a carrier, in a baby carrier. Yeah, it cost Gigi's owners. Well, they had him insured, but the owner of the staffy wouldn't pay. I mean, how can it be a Chihuahua's fault that it's walking casually by the gate on a lead? How can it be the Chihuahua's fault? No, we couldn't get hold. He said, it's not my dog, it's a friend's dog, and I'm just looking after him and all that. Oh, a load of codswallop, because I'd seen the dog living at that house. I said I knew he lived there. So he was telling a pork pie there, saying it wasn't his dog. Thankfully, he moved out shortly after. Took that. I mean, I never hate dogs, but I didn't like that dog. It was white. I'd never seen a white staffy before, but it was white. And it had like an evil look, you know. I'd seen it before because he used to let it out and it used to come running up the street. And it looked evil, you know, it had that evil look in its eye. Oh, there was another dog that used to get out up the road. And he was a a Rottweiler. And he used to come, Bruno's out. Janet, come and get Bruno. Bruno's out. You know, the neighbours were terrified of him, and he was as soft as they come. And if the owners weren't in, if I went back with Bruno and he'd got out the garden or something, you know, and I used to have to bring him in my house, but then he didn't like my dog, so I had one dog in the kitchen and one dog in the lounge. Yeah. And then I used to have to get the Akita from across the road. He used to get out. He used to dig a hole under the gate and come out. And again, my neighbours, Neo's out, Janet, come and get Neo. I was like the dog whisperer. He always came for me when a dog was running loose. Come and get this dog. I was the only one who I'd get our, you know, bust a spare lead, you know. Neo hated me because I used to keep putting him back in the garden and fastening him up. And I had the number. I used to say, Neo is fastened up. I said, he's got my spare dog lead, and I've chained him up to the fence because he's dug a hole under the garden again. Oh, no. He'll come out of work. I went, well, you know, he might strangle himself because I've fastened him up. I said, I can't bring him in my house because he, you know, Buster didn't like him at all. They were arch enemies. They used to growl at each other through the window. He was a weird dog. He had pale blue eyes. Yeah, big Akita. And they had 3 little kiddies. They had twins and a baby and a little one. This blooming great big, it was a massive dog, I know. I used to say it was a wolf. Well, I wasn't keen on on Neo. I used to rescue him, but I wasn't keen. Yeah, every time there was a dog running around. Janet, there's a dog. I had a spaniel one week. I told you I used to have 6 dogs in the house sometimes. I'd have Ian's 2, Gigi, my Buster, and then next door's 2 would come in. Another Poppy and Buddy. But they never fought. They were great. The only 2 that ever fought were the Rottweilers, 2 Rottweilers. They were very territorial over food, and if one of them had a biscuit and the other one didn't, they'd start a fight, yeah. Well, apart from that, they were all right, yeah. My son used to say, don't get in the middle of them, let them fight it out. Sky will win. Sky was the dominant, the dominant female. Let Sky fight it out, she'll sort Poppy out. I couldn't deal with 6 dogs now. Oh no. Oh. Excuse me while I grunt. Oh. It's a good job the fridge is only here, isn't it? Oh dear. Ooh, those mushrooms need using up. I'm getting sidetracked now. The mushrooms are starting to look a bit sad. They need using up. I'll have to cook them tomorrow. I might do an omelette tomorrow morning and cook a mushroom omelette. Because I haven't reached any meat out yet. Yeah, they're big dogs on Akitas. I mean, Neo wasn't bad. He just didn't like me because I kept putting him back in the yard. But everybody in the neighbourhood was scared death of him. Because he was a bit... I used to go, Neo, grab him. But he used to try and snap at me because I was putting him back in the yard and he didn't want to go. I tried bringing him in the house once and he weed all over my carpet. So that was the end of that. I didn't bring him in anymore. Oh, and a merry will be. I was watching Leslie today, bless her. Not quite enough yarn. I don't know whether you watch her or not. I was watching her, and then what else did I watch? Oh, Crafty Clegs, I watched her. She's got this doll's house she's got from IKEA. Yeah, I want my doll's house doing here. You've got a kitty, have you now? Yeah, Leslie, she's lovely, isn't she? I just got my fingers crossed it all goes right for her. Who else did I watch today? I watched somebody else today. I know I did. Got a brain like a sieve. I watched Z, but that was a couple of days ago. Oh, I can't remember. I'm knitting a very old cardigan pattern. It's a vintage one I've had for years and years and years. So, that's the wrong side. Woo. That's the right side. It's actually on very, very big needles and it's kind of like a double knitting, although this wool, I don't know what it is. It's more like American 4-weight, I think, rather than a double knit, yeah. I've just noticed Chris is missing. Where's Chris? It's not like Chris, is it, not to be on? Must be making his dinner. Yeah, I've had this pattern for ages and ages. It's, oh gosh, I've lost it now. Where's it gone? I know I brought it in with me. It's probably on the floor where I've lost it. Oh no, it's here, I think. Is it? Yeah. It's a very, very old pattern. Templeton's 9D. That's 9pence in the old money. And it's double knitting, but it's done on a really big needles. But this wool is thicker than double knit, so I'm all right because it only goes to a 38 bust, I think. That's the trouble with these vintage patterns. They're for small busted people. Yeah, it goes to a 38 bust, but of course my wool's a bit thicker than double knit, so I think it's coming out about a 40. So, but it's very, very stretchy with it being on big needles, but we shall see. I love my vintage patterns. I'm noted for amount on here, noted for my vintage patterns. I was just telling everybody the cardigan I'm wearing is from a very old book. It was 1989, I think it was. It's in this book here. Well, with having had the shop, I kept a lot of the older patterns. I did sell some of them off, but on eBay. But there you are, Chris. We were just saying, where's Chris? Have you been making your dinner? Where have you been? We don't seem to have many patterns, in our vintage, our charity shops, like we call them charity shops over here. They never have many knitting patterns or books. Well, they don't round here anyway. I always presume it's because people round here don't knit or crochet as much. Yeah, I used to love, looking at the old patterns, and I still do. I go on Etsy because they have loads of the very, very old patterns. And I also go on the Third R pattern site. And there's a thing at the top that says heritage, and you can get patterns from the 50s, and knitting patterns from the 50s. You was in the store taking something back in the middle of Black Friday. Are you mad? Why did you have to go today, Chris? Are you crazy? Badoo. Somebody sending me messages. Badoo. I always have makeup on. I'm as pale as a chip without my makeup on. Well, that was a bit late. It told me I was having I opened my Secret Santa present while you weren't here, Chris, and it was a headband with pearls on it. I got sent 12 little gifts from a Secret Santa, and they said I could open one a day from the 13th to the 24th, but I won't be doing a video each day then, because I'm not doing Vlogtember, whatever it's called. So I thought, well, I'll open one every time I make a video, and then you can all have a look at what I get. So I've got 12 parcels. Well, I've got 11 now parcels to open. Yeah, and I did have another one, which I opened. I think this might have been one of the 12, actually. So I think I've only got 10 to open now. Oh, gosh. It's gone under the mat now. Oh. No, I can't get it. Oh, got it. It was wrapped separately, so I don't know whether it's that one. I came, I saw, I forgot what I was doing, went back, got distracted, and have no idea what's going on. Is this my coaster? I have to pee. I don't know whether they suit me, Chris, but they're all right for when I'm doing my makeup or something. Taking your hair off your face while you put your makeup on. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the rosy wraps, yeah. Oh. So I don't know whether that was one of the 12. Maybe I already opened, but it was wrapped separately, you see. So I opened it before I opened the parcel and saw the letter inside that said what it was. So I might have already opened one the other day. I shall have to wait and see. I haven't took them all out and counted them, so there may only be 10 more to open. We shall see what we shall see. But as I say, I'm not doing Vlogmas because I know I won't do it. I start off with the will and away, and then about halfway through I get fed up because I feel as though I've got nothing to say because I lead such a boring life, really. I don't always go out, and if I go out, it's like, well, I went to knit club. Excitement. I went to knit club, yeah. And my knit club ladies don't like being filmed or don't like having a photo took, so I can't even say what I've been doing or, you know, I can't even show what the knit club ladies are making because, you know, they don't want me to show. You know. They're all camera shy. I miss Sue, you know, yeah. It is too much pressure because if you're not feeling up to it, which I haven't been doing lately, but that's another story. You know, you don't want to put pressure on yourself to have to make a video when you're feeling like, oh, you know, you get up some morning and you, oh. I must admit this morning I couldn't get out of bed. I just could not move. It was being soaked. I told the people who were here earlier on what happened. My mate said to me yesterday, come on, let's go out. And I went, oh, it's going to rain. No, it's going to be dry. It's dry now. I'll meet you. I said, right, okay. Well, I get 3/4 way there. Torrential rain. Not only that, it was hailstone and it was coming at my windscreen. Luckily, I've got a top on my scooter. She was absolutely like a drowned rat. She was wet through to her underwear. She was absolutely sopping wet. And she said, whose bright idea was it? I said, yours. Anyway, she can't move today. I couldn't move this morning. She can't move. And she said, next time I have a bright idea, she said, talk me out of it. I said, I tried to talk you out of it yesterday. But you wouldn't be talked out of it. You kept saying, no, come on, it's fine, it'll be right. And I said, it's 57% chance of rain. You should have said 97% chance of rain. Yeah. I know I was just saying that I need a canoe. Or one of those amphibian vehicles, you know, that's got wheels on but they go in the sea. Oh, I could do one of them. It's been awful here, Chris. Absolutely awful. I don't mean rain, I mean torrential rain. You know, when it bounces and it gets you from every. I mean, I've got my roof on, but it was raining so hard I couldn't get. You have to get out of it to roll the sides down. Stupid idea, I know. So I wasn't getting out to roll the sides down because I would have got wet through. You know. Anyway, the new ones have got a different method. Apparently, he was saying that you don't have to step outside to roll the sides down. But I don't get a new one for, I think it's 5 months. It'll probably be about March, I think, when I get a new one. So, and he said the new ones have got doors if I want one. Oh, like a little car, won't it? And they've got heaters and they've got windscreen wipers. So, I mean, God, I couldn't see where I was going. The hail was hitting. Can you imagine my friend on a normal scooter? She was absolutely sodden. We went in a cafe. So she had to ask the woman in the cafe for a plastic bag to put on the chair because the chairs were, fabric. She said, I can't sit on them. She said, anybody coming in afterwards will think I've wet myself, you know. So this woman fetched her a plastic bag to sit on. I don't know. She said she got wet through going home because I just got in the house. I live closer. I just got in my house when I just put the scooter away when it absolutely started again. And I'm thinking, oh my God, she was going in the shop and then she was going home. She said to me, are you coming in the shop with me? I went, no, I don't want anything. I'd have finished up buying something I didn't want if I'd have gone in with her. So I said, no, I'm not. I don't want anything. I'm not going in. I said, I'm going home now. I did stop to get a pasty at the bread shop, but apart from that, I just went straight home. And I just got my scooter, just put it in the garage when it started. I thought, lucky me. But I had to put everything to dry, you know, my apron that I have over me and cushion and the blanket. I had to have it all, put it all to dry because it was all sopping wet through. Luckily, I'd found my big coat. Her scooter, oh God, well, it hasn't got a top on, it's just an ordinary scooter. So it was absolutely soaking. And she had to put a cover over to stop, you know, like the instruments, you've got to keep them dry. So she had to put like an old raincoat over them. because if they get wet through, it can short out your motor thing. I mean, luckily mine's inside, isn't it, you know. So, no, I'm not. Oh, God, a scooter was absolutely something. I hope it's dried out. I hope it hasn't shorted itself out. They're not meant for going in the rain. Well, mine is, but hers is not. But even so, I don't like going in the rain with mine. I don't like going in when it's showers, let's just say. Or if I get caught in the rain, I don't go out in the rain. If it's raining, I won't go. It's like that with my little scooter. I've got to quite a distance to go to get to the tram. So my little scooter, I'd be absolutely soaking wet through before I got to the tram. So if it's still like this on Monday, I won't be going to the library. Because I'm not spending £24 on a taxi. £12 there, £12 back. I only spend on a taxi when I've got to go to the doctor's or something. Our doctor, you've got to write an essay online to say why you want to see the doctor. And then what they do is they then send you a text message, either yes, they will see you, or no, they won't. And but if they say they'll see you, they usually say, give you an appointment like half an hour in advance, you know, so you're like, oh, sugar. So I can't get on a scooter and get a tram, and, you know, so I have to get a taxi then. But as I said, my doctor's lovely. He sent me a repeat. I was going to ring him up and tell him that, you know, my tablets and that are not working and I'm still in a lot of pain. But he's already preempted that. He sent me an appointment, but not till the 15th, though. So I've got to wait until the 15th. But at least he has, you know, he's followed me up like he said he would, which I'm very pleased about, because normally doctors don't do that. I won't use Uber. I won't use them. They've put all the prices up now because they've got the monopoly, because they're doing a lot of the other taxi drivers out. Now they've put the prices up. I don't want to be driven by a bloke who's based in Wolverhampton. Half of them haven't even got the plates on. You know, they're a bit dodgy. So I won't use an Uber. Plus the fact, if you remember when I first got here in Fleetwood, I got my statement, my bank statement, and there was all these Uber charges. When I got in touch with my bank, I said, I've never been in an Uber. I've never used them. Yeah, there was Uber food and Uber rides. I got my money back, but where did they get my card from? I never used them when I was in Fleetwood, and these were in Manchester. They gave me a new card with a new number. I still don't know how they got them, how they managed to put Uber rides and Uber food on my card. So that kind of put me off Uber, yeah. It might be where you are. They've put all the prices up here. Somebody priced a journey with an Uber, and it was £15 in the Uber, and it was £9 in an ordinary taxi. They're being crafty now. They get you in, you see. It's like all these cheap places, isn't it? They draw you in. Cheap fares. And then they put the prices up. What they want to do is get rid of all the competition, you see. No, I don't trust them. Everybody else uses them, and fair dues to them if they want to, but I won't use them. I don't want to be driven by a bloke from Wolverhampton. We're not registered in Blackpool or Fleetwood or Cleveland. They come from all over. I want one with a card that says who he is, where he's from. Then I know he's properly insured. I'm not putting my life in their hands. Oh, I went to a wedding once. Somebody ordered me a taxi and it was an Uber. Oh, I've never been so flipping scared in all my life. He come down the motorway. He was going that fast, he was nearly lifting off the road. Oh, I was so glad to get in that house. I said to him, you're going a bit fast, aren't you? No answer. And I did ask him to slow down. No answer. So that kind of put me off a bit. I thought, I'm in the taxi ride of hell here. Where's he taking me? I mean, he did take me home. I will give him that. But I'm thinking, oh my God, please let me. I was saying a little prayer in the back seat, saying, please God, let me get home. I don't trust him. They're mad. You're thawing out, are you now, Chris? Right, I'll have a black one with 2 sweeteners, please. If you haven't got sweeteners, I'll have to have sugar. Oh, I believe so, yeah. Mine are being snatched all over in every big town because people walk around with them in their hand. Mine's in my handbag and it stays in my handbag unless I desperately need it. People walk around with them. Right, you do that. I'll meet you later, Chris. Yeah, I watch a bloke called Neil Shawn. He talks about London and all the things that are rife in London. I mean, it's that Sadiq Khan or whatever, or Sir Sadiq, as we've got to call him now. He doesn't do anything about anything like that. It's like when they were talking about the grooming gangs. This woman asked him this question about 4 times, and he kept saying, I don't know what you mean. Can you tell me what you mean? She spelt it out to him. She said it in letters of 1 syllable, and he still wouldn't answer a question. He's stupid. I mean, I'm not always in agreement with President Trump, but he said you've got a mayor, he said, that's running London into the ground, yeah. And he is. Yeah, they're walking down the street with them in their hand, aren't they? They're stupid, and they wonder why they get them nicked out their hands. No, mine's in my handbag. If it's in my pocket, it's in my pocket inside my pocket. Yeah, he's absolute rubbish, he is, honest to God. We should never have even voted him in. I mean, he's got to clamp down on crime in London, otherwise tourists that we rely on tourists, for a lot of income. People come to see, like, Buckingham Palace, come to see the changing of the guard and stuff like that. So, I mean, we need to protect our tourists because they bring such a lot of revenue. They fill the hotels up, don't they? And they, come to watch everything. If there's a wedding or a funeral or a coronation or something, they're there, aren't they? They don't want to be robbed when they get here. But he's not doing anything about it. I mean, somebody from America was telling me, oh, it's awful here, it's this, that, and the other. And I'm going, you think England's any better? You think Britain's any better? It's not. We've got as much problems here as you do. I don't know which videos you're watching about England, but it's not what's happening over here. We're terrified as well. We don't like going out after dark either. I certainly don't. It's not just where I live, it's everywhere. I mean, Manchester, I love Manchester. I dearly love Manchester. It's my hometown. But, I mean, you can't go in Piccadilly Gardens anymore. It's overrun with drunks and spice addicts and stuff like that. You know, they need to clean up their act round there, you know, and get it all sorted. Because Manchester's a beautiful city. Absolutely beautiful. But if they don't get rid of all the dropouts and the hangers on and stuff, it's just going to go to rack and ruin. They need to be firmer. If I was in power, that's what I'd be doing. I'd get rid of them, shove them off. I don't care where they go. It's not just one town. It's every big town's got the dropouts. And I don't mean the genuine homeless. I mean the dropouts, yeah. Well, the thing used to be snatching neck chains, didn't it, at one time? You know, people walking around with them big gold chains around the neck on view. They used to put them outside the T-shirt, didn't they? Bragging. And then somebody would come along, wouldn't they, on a moped and snatch it. I mean, somebody that I know at the shop, when I had the shops, she got dragged down the street in Italy or somewhere because her chain didn't break. So they set off dragging it and dragged her. She broke her arm. They do that with handbags as well. Snatch your handbag. I wear crossbody and it goes like across my front. My niece is like me. She had a rucksack, so when we were in Bury Market, she put it on the front, you know, like a baby carrier. I used to do that in Manchester. I used to wear it around the front. I thought that they're not unzipping mine at the back. It's terrible when you have to be like that, thinking, yeah, pickpockets, yeah. I mean, Neil Sean that does all these videos telling everybody to be careful. He is as careful as anybody, and he's had his phone pinched out of his pockets twice. Out of his inside pocket of his jackets. They bump into you and distract you, don't they, and take it away. My auntie had her bag slashed open at Bury Market. They slashed a bag on the outside with a Stanley knife and took her purse. They're up to everything, aren't they? But I feel sorry for shops now because they're terrified to confront anybody who's stealing out the shop because they get threatened with knives and all sorts, don't they? The world's going to pot. They're frightened of challenging them, you know, because they, like you said, they pull a knife out, try to kill the security guard, yeah. How many stitches have I got to get on before I do my decreases? Can't see, she says, can't see a thing. Oh, 55. Oh, I'm glad we don't have guns. My God, there's enough gun trouble over here and people don't even supposed to have them. We have knives. Oh, every day there's somebody been knifed or shot or something. And people say, oh, well, you should be in America. It's terrible. I thought, we're no better over here. I've got one friend who's going, oh, you're so safe in England, you know. I'd love to come and live in England. I'm like, what? You are joking. Our criminal elements have got the guns, even though they're not legal. There's still people being shot, even though we're not legally, allowed to carry guns. I don't think I'd want a gun. I'd be terrified of them. I'd be frightened of somebody shooting me, let alone me shooting them. We're not allowed to carry an offensive weapon. I mean, like my auntie, she used to always carry a penknife or a whatever knife in a bag, not for self-protection, it was just to cut fruit. But you can't have an offensive weapon in your possession anymore now. Yeah, the one at the front is a poinsettia that came from Val, who's on here, and the flowers at the back came from my friend, the one who got wet through on a scooter. I had to protect those flowers out of the rain on my way home, perched between my knees on a scooter. And it was a lovely big bunch, but it was a bit of... Yeah, we're not allowed to carry any offensive weapons. I don't know what they would say. If people carry pepper sprays, you're not supposed to use them. You'd get done for spraying somebody with it. You know, they sell those stunning sprays, but they're not legal over here. If I squirted it at somebody, if he was attacking me, and I squirted him in the face with this stun stuff, I could then get done for attacking him, even though he was attacking me. We're not even allowed self-defense over here. We've got silly laws over here, silly laws. Yeah, it's knife crime over here as well. God forbid they have a gun. As I say, they had guns in Moss Side anyway. Guns scare me more than knives. At least with a knife, you've got a chance of dodging out of the way, haven't you? If somebody's pointing a gun in your face, you haven't got a chance there, have you? Right, let me count my stitches. I've got to have 55. So I must be getting up near that far now. We don't have bears, moose, big deer and coyotes. We have little deer occasionally, but not really in towns. Although some have been spotted in towns, but not many. I did once see a little tiny deer in the woodland, but it's only a little thing, a little baby thing. But by and large, we don't really have deers. Yeah, this was in the woodland. I saw a deer. Yeah. No, we've only got things like that in zoos. We've only got cows, really. Cows and bulls is about the only thing we've got loose. Yeah, I couldn't believe when I came across this deer, a little deer. It was only a little baby thing. So I kept thinking, where's its mum? I wasn't going anywhere near it in case it had his mum with it. Yeah, people have seen them, not round here when I was in Prestwich, people have seen them in their gardens and that. But by and large, no, we don't really have a lot of animals like that. I mean, in the paper the other week, somebody thought they'd seen wolves. Anyway, they captured these wolves and they found out they were dogs. They were just looking a bit rough. Everybody was going, oh, wolves, wolves. People were saying there's no wolves in England, except in the zoo. I mean, we're quite lucky, really. We don't have any. We have snakes occasionally in certain parts of the country, but they're not dangerous big snakes, are they? It's like Shad getting bit with a snake. Oof. Snake in his bed. Oh, God, no. I'd never go to sleep ever again. No, there's adders in Scotland somewhere, in different parts. I think there's adders down south. But we don't otherwise have any big... I mean, I know adders can bite, but we're lucky, really. We don't really have anything like coyotes and whatever. We haven't got chipmunks or anything. We've got beavers and otters and things like that. Yeah, somebody had dumped a snake the other week in Fleetwood, I think it was. Well, they get too big, don't they? And then they can't feed them, and then they just get rid of them. My friend's got snakes. Oh, said, I'm not coming to yours. She got them spiders as well. You know, them tarantula things. Ooh. I said, I don't want to see them. She said, I've got pictures of them. I said, don't show them me. I don't want to know. I'm not coming to your house. Was it a spider? I thought it was a snake that somebody had found. Ugh. No, as I say, my friend's got blooming spiders. I think they've got about 4. And they have a jumping one as well. Oh, God. The thought of it makes my skin creep. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 38, 53. And I've got another increase to do. Another increase to do. I'm getting on with this. Might have it finished at the weekend. I've got the band to do. I've got my buttons. I bought my buttons on eBay. So I've already got my buttons. Well, I was ordering buttons for that other one. Yeah, the plastic, they're my mum's. I think actually they're called casein, not plastic. The sort of imitation, what used to be bone in the old days, bone knitted needles. Yeah, they're my mum's. You can't see it in the cabinet squash. It'll be sick. Oh, my friend's, the one who bought me the flowers, she's got one of those robo vacuum cleaners. And she's got kittens. And the kittens keep sitting on it. And every time they sit on it, this robo thing starts talking. So she keeps waking up. Because she leaves it running in the night, you know, and she keeps waking up to hear something talking. Frightens the living daylights out of her until she realises it's the Hoover. She said, I'm going to put it back in its box. She said, I can't be coping with it. Yeah, the cats were frightened of it at first, the kittens, but now they sit on it while it's going around the house. Her daughter bought it for her. She said, it's going back in its box, I think. Yeah, well, apparently it talks. I didn't know they talked. I've seen these robo things, but I've never really wanted one. I mean, you need to have an app for it on your phone, and I don't have apps on my phone. I've got a basic phone that doesn't do anything, so I don't want an app. So I'd never be able to program it if I had one, yeah. Oh, did you see that video about that AI dog? I mean, there's going to be a lot of little kiddies that are very disappointed because they show this advert of a little dog that's like looks real, and they're saying, my neighbour who was a vet was fooled by this dog. And with this bloke did a video, he bought one, opened it up on video. It's like a little toy thing that jumps about like that. It's absolutely nothing like the puppy thing that they're showing on the adverts. That's a real puppy that they're showing on the adverts. It's all like AI stuff, in it. It's like people who buy crochet patterns and they find out they're AI crochet patterns, and when they come to crochet them, they finish up with something that doesn't even look remotely like what they thought they were getting. I just don't believe in it. It's just wrong. It's fake, isn't it? It's false advertising. Them little dog things. I mean, can you imagine if some little kiddies wanted one, thinks they're going to get one that looks like the one on the telly, and when they open it, it's like a little mechanical toy that goes boop, 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 like we used to buy when we was kids. Battery operated little thing that bounces. It's just, to me, it's false advertising, isn't it? They should be done for it. I mean, a lot of it is like for the clothing. My friend said she wanted to get this cardigan. It was like a pleated on it, you know, like flowers and things. I said, you won't get that. I said, at that price, it won't be that. And when she got it, it was this cheap, flimsy material with a pattern of the flowers, not even the same flowers as the one on the picture, just printed on. Really cheap, flimsy material, not a cardigan at all. I said to her, well, what do you expect? I told you not to buy it. I told you it'd be rubbish. Yeah, those dog things, we've had them around for years. And now they're selling them as, but they sort of say AI. But I mean, kids don't know that. Kids want that dog, don't they, off the telly? So the parents will buy it and they finish up with this silly little barky thing. I mean, Facebook gets me, all them adverts. Half the time you never get anything that you've ordered. It's all fake adverts. They take your money and they buzz off, don't they? I fell for it right at the beginning. I ordered a pair of boots that, of course, I never saw. If I see anything on Facebook that I think, oh, I like that, I'll look at the picture and I'll Google the picture and I'll go and find it on a trusted site, you know, like eBay or like Amazon. I won't buy it off the Facebook advert. And what gets me is all those things underneath. Oh, I've got mine and they're beautiful. Or mine arrived very quickly and all this fake stuff. But if you report it to Facebook, they're not interested. And the same advert comes under different names and it's the same thing, yeah. Oh, a friend of mine in Malaysia, she ordered an advent calendar from Temu. She got a picture of an advent calendar. Just a picture. Wasn't an advent calendar, it was a picture of an advent calendar, is what she got. Yeah, I look on Amazon, it's usually cheaper. It's like these makeup things they advertise. Wonderful makeup, blah, 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 blah. If you Google it and you go on Amazon, it's half the price. This wonderful serum that's supposed to do this, that, and the other. If you must buy it, then go on Amazon and get it from there. Everything's fake, you know. But people must fall for it, otherwise they wouldn't keep advertising, would they? But I think Facebook should clamp down. They shouldn't let them advertise all this fake stuff. But they won't, as long as they're collecting the revenue. They don't care, do they? As long as somebody's playing for the advert, they don't care. Not our responsibility. Buyer beware. It makes you so wary of ordering anything. I mean, like myself, who can't get out and about, you know, I have to trust Amazon. I mean, 99% of the time I do trust Amazon. But, you know, I won't buy anything from an advert I can see. Well, I do that I won't order from Temu or anything like that. I won't order anymore from them. I did order at first when it was a novelty. People were ordering that, you know, and you fall for it and you think, everything I've ordered off Temu's finished up in the bin. Yeah. It's all a pile of junk. I've got a friend who swears by it. Oh, it's wonderful. It's marvellous. It's this, that, and the other. And I'm like, you're not, you know. I've never used AliExpress, I must admit. I've never used them. Oh, I'm not Temu. No, I won't entertain it. And I won't buy any more clothes from Shine or something anymore. Everything I bought from them has been a load of rubbish. I see a dress on it. You go on eBay and you look for second-hand dresses, and they always use the picture that's been on Shine. They never use the actual picture. And when you check on the brand, you think, oh, that don't look bad. So you go into the description and you check the brand, Shine, Shine, Shine. There's more things of Shine that finish up on there because people buy them, don't like them, and get rid of them. Mine stuff's going on there. All the stuff I've bought will go on there for a £5. £16. I think it's £15. Up to where I start increasing, I think it's £15. I don't even use AliExpress. I've gone off all of them ones now. I don't trust any of them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, I think, up to where I start doing the increases. No, I bought my case. I bought it off Amazon, and it only cost me a £5. Nothing wrong with it. I don't think it would have been any cheaper on AliExpress or anything. Nice one with butterflies on. I think it was a £5. Free postage because, of course, I've got Amazon Prime, yeah. Oh, Shine. Oh, those dresses I got from Shine. Honestly, you go near a naked flame, you combust. The material is flimsy. I mean, a lady said to me, oh, I like that dress you've got on. I went, feel it. She said, what? I said, just get near it and feel it. And she went, ugh. I said, yeah, he's right, yeah. Oh, sorry, Val. Bye, Val. Amazon delivery is great. Absolutely great here. No problems. They're brilliant. I've got them trained to use my box when I'm not in. Yeah, they're great. I mean, even, what do you call it? Everybody complains about. Yeah, I get it the next day. Yeah, yeah. Mostly, unless it says it's not. I get it the next day. I'm not too bad with that Every either. I've got a nice Every driver, which I believe not many people do. People are always moaning about Every, but I'm very lucky. I get a lovely driver. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got another 2 to do here. Yeah, I'm very lucky with my delivery men. Can't complain. The same one. Same which one? My dress or the phone case. Yeah, I didn't think that was bad. A £5. And I get free delivery because I've got Amazon Prime here. Well, I've got mine trained, you see. I've got a, hi Lydia, I've got a post box now, a locked post box outside. So my Amazon drivers are great. I've got a little note on my door that says if there's no answer, please use the parcel box, and they do. So no more deliveries on my door. Yeah, I cannot complain about the Amazon or the Every. I'm very lucky. I always give them a good review, you know, when it says, how was your delivery? I always give them a good review because they're great. I mean, you know, I believe like every drivers leave them anywhere, but I've never had any trouble with them. But I'm lucky, really, if they leave them on the doorstep. My front door is on the side up the drive. Yeah. I mean, I was lucky when I lived in Prestwich because I had a porch that was always open. So if I wasn't in, they used to put it in the porch and hide it round the side, you know, where nobody could see it as they're going past. So I've really not had any trouble with any drivers. I've just been lucky, I suppose. I suppose it depends on A, the area you live in, B, the driver that you get, and whether you live, like you say, in a block of flats or whether you live somewhere on the main road. I mean, my friend has a problem because she lives, her front door's on the street. She's got no garden or anything. It's right on the street, her front door. So if they leave it on the doorstep, I mean, she lives in an area that's a little bit dodgy. She has to either be in or take it in, otherwise it's gone. But my driveway is it's up a long driveway, my front door. So they'd have to be cheeky enough to walk all the way up my drive to get a parcel if it was on the doorstep. But now, if it's too big to go in my box, they like hide it at the side of the box so it's not seen, you know, from the roadway. Yeah. So I'm lucky, really. Mind you, when we lived in Fleetwood, the poor post lady, she used to knock on the door and shout through the letterbox, "Have you put that dog away?" I said, "Just a minute, I'll put her in the lounge." Because Rosie was not good with postmen. Yeah, she used to shout through the letterbox. That dog's not there, is it? No, the dog's not there. Because if they had the upstairs door open, they used to come charging down the stairs if they heard the postman or the post lady. I didn't need a doorbell with Buster. He used to guard the street, if you remember. He guarded everybody's house, not just mine. Any tradespeople, man, he got rid of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They stopped coming. We should have let Rosie loose on them when they came. She would have killed them. They came here on my birthday. I opened the door, there's two women there wittering at me. But everlasting life. And I went, do you mind? I said, you're spoiling my birthday. I said, I'm 80 today. I said, I don't want to know. Thank you, bye. Cheeky devils. Honestly. Yeah, I said, do you have to come today? There's a thing at the end of the street saying no cold calling, unless I don't think that applies to them. This is a no cold calling area, it says at the end of the street. But they still come. And the amount of junk that comes through the door. Every day. I don't know why they bother paying to have these things printed, because they just put them straight in the... Well, they didn't like Buster, because normally I used to keep Buster in the house if anybody rang the doorbell, but I didn't. They were standing outside the porch, so I used to open the front door and let Buster in the porch. And he'd be, and they go, okay, bye. They didn't even get to me. Can we come in and pray with you? No. I said, if your religion is that great, why do you have to keep coming canvassing for people to join? Surely people would rush to your door to join. You don't have to come round. Yeah, can they come and pray? I said, no, you can't come in and pray with me. The lady on Tuesday did wish me happy birthday, but I said, you have to come today. I said, you're ruining my birthday. She went, happy birthday, and walked away. And then she thought, oh my God, I'm not going back there again. The woman is mental. I think you're allowed to get nasty when you get older. You know, Victor Meldrew. When you're younger, you're frightened of saying what you feel, but when you get older, you think, oh, sack it, I'll just say it, yeah. I'm probably on the do not knock at the door list. I was with Buster. We used to walk past. Buster used to be in the window going, and used to keep walking. They never called up my drive. I think, oh, they're out again. They got bothering us rear again. But they never called up mine anymore. After I let the dog in the porch. He was good for one thing. Every Sunday they used to come at Presswich. Every Sunday. Trot him down the flipping street. What is going on here, Janet? What have you done? You've done something you shouldn't have here. I've got an hole where I shouldn't have an hole. You know what I mean? Right, I see what I've done. Luckily, it's at the edge where I can sew it into the seam. It won't be noticeable. That's it. I don't need that stitch. I don't think. 1, 2, 3, and 2. 1, 2, 3, and 2. No, right. Yeah, they've got me down as a natty old woman that lives at number whatever. I should have had that other house because that was number 13. That would have been unlucky for some, wouldn't it? Like, we're unlucky for the guy who was selling it, wouldn't it? Because he died. Yeah, every Sunday they used to come when I lived on Mountside. And there weren't just like 2 or 3, there were gangs of them. 3 or 4 people would do one side of the road, and another 3 or 4 people would do the other side of the road. Every blooming Sunday. My son used to argue with him. He'd go on the doorstep and argue with him, and I used to say, oh, leave him alone, don't answer the door. I used to sit in the bay window and they used to go, to open the door, and I'd go, no, no. No, I'm not opening the door. So then they used to push one of them little cards through. Come and join us in prayer. Nope. I'm not anti anybody's religion. Anybody can be what on earth they want to be, but just don't canvas. If your religion's that good, you don't need to canvas, do you? I don't care who we are. I don't care. I'm not anti. Jehovah's Witnesses, they can be what they want to be. I just don't want them knocking on my door. Oh, yeah, the Mormons. Oh, gosh. Always handsome young men, aren't they? They're never ugly. They always pick the gorgeous ones to go out into the community. Do you remember that woman years ago? She kept one captive, didn't she? She brought him in and kept him captive in her bedroom. And it all went to court because he said she'd violated him. Yeah, she dragged him in, wouldn't let him out. It reminded me of Dick Emery, do you remember? Oh, you are awful, but I like you. She'd say, you're married, and she dragged these fellas in the house, didn't she? Or he. Are you sure they don't try to convert you? Was that me? No, it wasn't me. I didn't drag anybody in. When I was younger, I didn't have to. They used to come of their own free will. Not now. I wouldn't know what to do with one now. I'm happily single. Happily single. My mate will say to me sometimes, that guy's eyeing you up over there. And I go, well, I don't even notice anymore. Don't look. Oh, I know, you can't get rid of him if you're nice, can you? I tied him to the radiator with my double knit. Yeah. Yeah. If it stood, I wouldn't know what to do with one. No, I want a 92-year-old with a terminal disease and no relatives. Loads of money. That's what I want, a millionaire. No, it would be macrame because it doesn't snap, does it? That macrame stuff, that cotton. Has anybody done macrame or macrame as they call it in America? I don't think I'd be any good with them knots. You know, you've got to left over right and right over left and make these pretty patterns, don't you? My friend did it once, yeah. I've never really managed to do it. Oh, yeah. What would you do when I had a heart attack, Martin? I went to the gym. They gave me free gym lessons, you know, for this thing called Beats. They were trying to get people like back into being exercising and stuff like that. So off I went, you know, got my stuff, got my tracksuit, and this poor bloke, this instructor, he had to sit with him and discuss what you know. So I'm telling him this and that and the other and that, and he goes, oh, he said, well, I'm frightened that you'll injure yourself, and he said you can do the treadmill and you can do the hand thing, and that was all he would let me do. I said, oh, I'm not riding on the road to nowhere. He kept springing in my head. I was on this treadmill going, I'm on the road to nowhere, and everybody was laughing at me. I said, I can't be coping with this. I said, it's so boring. And they said, oh, you have to bring your earphones or something, and then you can plug into the telly that's on, you know, the wall. I thought, oh, I'll bring earphones. Yeah, I don't have them earbuds, you know, like people do. iPad ear, I don't have any of them. So apparently that's what they all wear. They all like walk along to music or something. Oh, I couldn't be coping. Felt like I was walking no place. And when I was on the hand bike, I was facing a wall. You know, I said you might have had something interesting on the wall for me to look at. You know. Oh dear. No, I've never done a fireman. My friend's got a thing about firemen. I mean, she's happily married. Don't get me wrong, but she just loves firemen. When I got the firemen that came to fit me smoke alarms, I think I got the C team, not the B team. I've never seen so many ugly firemen in my life. I was expecting at least one to be a hunk. No, I think they were the retired gang I got. My mate says to me, and the big fire engine came because they were on a call, yeah. Well, what do you do to not get bored when you're on them walking machines? I was bored off my tree, just walking on the road to nowhere. Who made an ugly wow? Yeah, they came with the fire engine because, and everybody thought I had fire, you know, but they just came to fit me smoke alarms. They said they had to bring the fire engine because in case they got a call out. I thought men would come like in a little van or something, you know. Oh, but that was thrilling. Wanted she be in a nudie. I got stuck in the bathtub, but I managed to get myself out. I had to let the water out and then grab my towel to try and get some traction, you know, because I couldn't get out. It was before I had my back operation. I couldn't get out the bath. I couldn't get my leverage, you know. And I can't go on my knees because my knees are goosed. Before, when I got out of the bath, I used to turn over, get onto my knees and get out. But when your knees are, yeah, you can't do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. I had a young friend when I was a teenager, and she used to go to bed, and underneath her nightie, she always had a bra and knickers on. And I said, what for? She said, in case of a fire. And they come and give me a fireman's lift. She said, I'm not showing me wherewithals to everybody. And I went, what are the chances of you having a fire? You know, fancy going to bed with your underwear on underneath your nightie. I'd have to take my chances. I'm sure they'd be more bothered about rescuing me than looking at my rear end. My naked rear end. That'll put them off the job, wouldn't it? Put them off the job for life, looking at my rear end. No, I never got any hunky firemen, I'm afraid. Mine were the C team, not the B team. Can you imagine if they had to rescue anybody who was in the nude? You know, if, like people who sleep in the nude. They have to bring them down the turntable ladder. Fireman's lift. Especially if it was a guy with everything, you know. I suppose you can't stop to put your cardigan on, can you? You know, if your house is burning down. My nightie covers everything. My days of fancy nighties are gone. Yeah, can you imagine having to rescue somebody that's really big? You know, like these 600-pound women. They say, whoa, we're leaving her there, yeah. They carry blankets. They'd have to do. You know, can you imagine a 600-pound woman? They'd be saying, nope, we'll have to leave her there, get the crane. Not carrying her down this ladder. She'll have to walk down it. Tell her to jump. Oh, dear. I mean, when they have to take down walls and things to get these people out, I'd be so embarrassed that I got that big that I couldn't walk out the door. I couldn't. I'd be so embarrassed. You know, when they have to go to hospital and they can't walk and they can't get out the door because they're that big. Oh, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be just ashamed of myself. Yeah. They'd be doing their backs in, wouldn't they, the poor blokes? I do my best not to be bigger than I'm big enough. I don't want to be any bigger than I am. My problem is I can't exercise and I can't walk. I wish I could walk. I'd love to go for a walk. There's a park straight facing me. Yeah, the flowers are lovely, aren't they? Have you seen me frock? Have you seen me frock and my skirt? Why can I not walk? Because of my spine and my hips. I need 2 new hips now, apparently. I've got arthritis. My spine is crumbling. It's disintegrated, and I've got a rod and pins already in there, and they can't do any more for my spine. And my neck's got spondylitis. So that's why I can't walk. I can walk in the house just about now, but I can't walk in the street, otherwise I'll fall over. Ah, joyful, joyful. Old age is fun, Martin. Ah. Yeah. That's my new dress. All the flounces. Oh, little fairy dress. It's my Christmas dress. And that's my skirt that needs ironing because it only came this morning. So I've not had a chance to iron it. It's got hanky pointed ends. It's got elasticated top to keep the belly in. Woo! I love anything like this. You can keep your shine. I don't want it. Oh. Moonbeams and Mayhem. That's my shop. Oh, jeez. This is why I don't go to the gym, Martin. It's taking me hour time to walk. Yep. I'm not giving up looking good just because I'm old and knackered. I'm the kind of person who feels better when I'm dressed in something pretty. I know it's vain and shallow, but that's the kind of person I am. If I had to wear something drab, it would make me feel miserable. Please don't put me in grey. Unfortunately, I cannot wear nice shoes, so I'll probably wear my long Doc Martens with the red flowers embroidered on them. My boots, that is, by the way. I can't wear pretty shoes anymore, sadly. No, I wear a cardigan over the top, probably. Yeah, I have my Doc Martens. Doc Martens for every occasion. I like my docs. They support my ankles as well. I still got some shimmer, some. Oh God, you have to sit down. I have to sit down and get the shoehorn out. I have to put them on half an hour before I want to go anywhere. Yeah, because they come up to my knees, my boots. Yeah, I want a short pair, but they're so expensive, aren't they? Docs, yeah. Mine were £140, and that was what, about 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. I got them as a present, by the way. I didn't buy them, and yeah, I think they were 140, something like that. I'd love some short docs, but I'll have to save up. What size? They're 5s. I've only got little feet. I used to be a 3, would you believe, but they spread with old age. Yeah, they're a 5. My friend had some that she was selling, but she's a size 7, so they were no good me buying them off her. She had some lovely ones. They were like psychedelic colours, little short boots. And she was putting them on Vinted or eBay or something. And I said to her, oh God, why can't you have small feet like me? I don't like buying second-hand shoes unless they're second-hand but new, if you know what I mean. Because people wear them and they wear them over, don't they? It makes you can't, well, not that I walk, but, you know. But sadly, I cannot afford a pair of docs at the moment. Maybe I'll get another pair. You know, when I'm a YouTube wonder and I get £300 a month. Yeah. Hi, Sophie. You know, when I'm a superstar, you know, on YouTube, and I have 1,000 and thousands of followers, yeah, that will never happen. My subscribers, as I said before, they're wonderfully loyal, but they never grow. Never grow. Every time I get an extra 20 subscribers, 20 must leave because they never go up, my subscribers. But hey ho, I'm just grateful for the ones I've got. I'm not greedy. I'm not one of these that says, I want to grow my channel. I want a million. There are loads of people who say they want that thing on the wall, you know, that plaque that says you've got a million subscribers or something. I was watching somebody and they said, I've got a space ready on the wall, ready for my plaque. Oh, not good me clearing of spaces. I could make one, couldn't I? Draw one. Yeah, that's the only time I'll ever get one. Homemade biscuits and cookies and cakes and muffins. No, not this girl. My name's not Megan. She doesn't make them though, does she? She just gets a packet Takes them out and puts sprinkles on them, doesn't she? I can do that. Do, do, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not supposed to eat things. I've got things, but I'm not supposed to. Well, I have them, and I do have them, but I have them in small amounts, as you know. I still haven't opened those gorgeous chocolates I got. My friend did actually find me the menu for them, because I don't know, because some of them's got nuts in, and I don't know which ones have got the nuts in, because, you know, I'm not allergic to nuts, I just don't like them. You know, those gorgeous ones I got. Still there, look, not touched them. I will, maybe Christmas I might eat them, or 1 or 2 at a time. I have eaten some of these that my friend got for me. They're really nice. They're dark chocolate on the, well, milk chocolate on the outside and white chocolate in the middle. They're really nice. Little balls. But, and I haven't eaten my chocolate that came from you lot, as it says, from us lot. I tell you what, he frightened the living daylights out of me, whoever sent me the balloons. He come with this big box, this guy. And I went, that's not mine. I said, I haven't ordered anything. He said my name, and he said the door number. He said, that's you. And I went, yeah, that's me. So I carried, he said, it's only a light, you're all right, you can pick it up. He said, it's only a light. So I picked it up. I thought, what on earth have I got? He says, don't use a knife or something. So I thought, what? I don't know. So I'm snipping carefully with my scissors. And then I opened the box and 3 balloons come flying out. Fried the living daylight out of me. I've never had balloons in my life. I've sent balloons, but I've never had them yet. Yeah, it would be a diabetes overload. That's why it's still here. I mean, I've had it since Tuesday. I haven't even nibbled a bit of it yet. I'm very careful with my chocolates intake, yeah. I do not want to go on insulin. No way. Right, hang on a minute now. I'm on number 3, 4. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got to do that how many times? 6 times, I think. Yeah, when they threaten you with insulin, you just don't want to know. I don't anyway. Right. Work 14 more rows, increasing at either side. Right, okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, okay. I'll be useless without a pencil, I'll tell you. Useless without a pencil. Hey ho. I've gone chilly now, but I've not put my heating on this time of night. It's 11:45. All right, Mimi, are you going now, love? Well, it's nice to see you, and I'm glad you're going back on your channel again. I shall have to find you. I noticed you were back on Facebook, but I didn't. Well, when I finished it, I shall model it. Don't worry. I shall be modelling it when it's done. I showed you the other one, didn't I? The other purple one I did the other day. The pattern, well, the pattern's here, Nathan. Pattern's very tatty. Yeah, I'll find you. I'll subscribe to your new channel. Don't worry about it when I find you. Everybody subscribe to Mimi's new channel. She's growing it again because she started again. So if you were subscribed to Mimi in the past, you need to subscribe to her now in the future. Yeah. It's a very old pattern, Nathan. I've had it since Adam were a lad, but this is the first time I've ever made it. Oh, we always have to look after each other, yeah. 2 people are stalking you. Oh, tell them to naff off. Cheeky bees. What, they're saying nasty things, or what they're doing when you say they're stalking you? They're following you around and causing problems, are they? Tell them to naff off. Linda had one of them the other week. Good show. Everybody subscribe to Mimi. I don't usually say that to anybody, but subscribe to Mimi. It's funny that, I mention other people's channels on here a lot to people who I watch and people that I've seen. None of them ever do it back for me. I feel like I'm in the wilderness here. Nobody ever, it's like, what do you call it? Old boys school or something, old boys club. You think, if you've subscribed to me. I am subscribed to you. I'm sure I am. I'm subscribed to anybody that's got a channel. As I said, they don't do the same for me. They don't subscribe back again. Everybody subscribed to me. Why are they making your life a misery, Sophie? Just tell them to buzz off. Don't let the bees grind you down, as my dad used to say. But he didn't say bees, he said something else. You're nervous. I used to let people bother me, but I don't. It rolls off my back now. If you say anything horrible, I just laugh and say, well, you're entitled to your own opinion. Bye, you're gone. They used to come on here, didn't they, and say all sorts of stuff. I used to think, suck it. Well, let her choose the colours then, Enid, if she's good at it. They only bother you if they think they can. Bullies always do that. If they think they're getting to you, they'll do it even more. I said that to Linda the other week. I said, just ignore them. They hate being ignored. Absolutely hate it. They only do it for effect. So if you just ignore them and pretend you haven't seen them or whatever, they don't like it. But if you're like, I'm awful, why can you say that to me? Oh, they love it. They love it. Put them on block. Block them so they can't talk to you. If you don't follow them, you won't know what they said. And that'll annoy him even more. Yeah, just don't give them the airspace. That's what they want. They want you to say, oh, don't do that. Oh, this or that. Oh, how can you say that about me? Oh, that's awful. Say what you want. Rolls off my back. At one time it would have bothered me. Oh, they won't. No, keyboard warriors. They wouldn't say it to your face, would they? I hate it when they do that to people. You know, people are crocheting something and they're like, oh, well, I wouldn't use those colours, they're awful. And I'm like, what's it got to do with you? You know, if people like that colour, they like that colour. I mean, you know me with certain colours I absolutely loathe, but I wouldn't say to you, oh, don't use that colour. You know, it's awful, or this, that, and the other. You know, and it's your choice, it's your choice. But they do. They think they've got the God-given right to criticise, you know, what you've made, or you've used the wrong colour, or why did you choose that wool, or whatnot. And I'm like, what's it got to do with you? Wind your neck in, you know. I don't think they come up to you in the street and say, I don't like that dress. If my friends are saying to me, I'm thinking of buying this dress, what do you think? If I don't think it will suit them, I'll say, well, you know, I don't think it's the best fit for you or whatever. But if they bought it and they're wearing it, I sort of skirt around it saying, well, it's not for me, but then it's up, you know, if you like it, that's fine. You know, you don't go, oh God, what are you wearing that dress for? It's horrible. You don't do that, do you? It's a sad world when people, I always think they've got a problem. You know, if they have to come and say something nasty to people, they are the ones with the problem, not you. You know, I just think it's them that's got the problem. You like me sparkle? I like sparkle. I've got some sparkle in the shed actually. I've got green, lime green with sparkle in it. What other colour have I got? I think it might be lilac. I love me glitter, you know me. Woohoo! Sparkle and shine. When I think when I was in my 18 and 20, you know, something like that, I used to wear all the dirgy colours. And my mother used to say to me, can't you wear something a bit brighter? Hello, excuse me. Hello, how are you? Black and purple. Oh, I love purple. You know me and me purple. Oof. Purple first, red second. Yeah, I love me purple. I love me sparkle as well. I've got some gorgeous yarns in. I've got a beautiful, beautiful yarn in the shed and I can't do anything with it. It's beautiful. It's like all shades of purple and it's like a flat ribbon. And I've tried crocheting it and it twists and it looks awful. And I've tried knitting it and I can't keep it flat and straight when I'm knitting it. And I've tried a couple of times and I won't get rid of it because I love it so much. And I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. But when it's a flat ribbon, it's very hard to knit with or crochet with. I bought it because I loved the colour. It was from Ice Yarn. And I just loved it. But I never really thought about what I was going to do with the ribbon. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I'm not getting rid of it. What size? It doesn't actually because it says knitting needles, I think. Probably says something like about 6mm or something. It's quite a chunky yarn, yeah. I don't think it mentions a hook. But when I tried it looked like it was all screwed up. It went into like a twist when I tried to crochet with it. Because I do flick my wool when I'm crocheting and knitting. I remember years ago there was a denim wool when we had the shops, and that was a flat ribbon. And I tried and tried with it. My mum finished up having to knit it for me. Yeah, it was a nice top. You did it with like a drop stitch, you know, you do when you wind it round on one row and then you drop it on a row after and it makes a big stitch. And then you did a bit of garter stitch, and then you did another row of this like laddery stitch. It was a lovely top. When my mum did it, when I did it, it looked awful. All my little, my loops and that were all twisted, yeah. Do you know, I've never tried loom knitting at all. I've never tried it. I've got one of those Addy machines. I've got two of them. I've got a big one and a little one. But they're very temperamental, them Addies. They like what they like, and, if they don't like your wool, they just it off, yeah. But I've never tried loom knitting. I've never had thought about it and never do it. I did think about trying it when I'd had my carpal tunnels done and I couldn't knit. I did think about it then, but I never did. Yeah, I noticed you Sophie likes knitting, yeah, it's loom knitting, yeah. I don't have a lot of hobbies. I really don't. I wish I did. Wish I did have more hobbies. Because it gets a bit boring, when you you can only knit and crochet and you can't do anything else, yeah. I read, and I used to do jigsaws until I had problems with my neck, and then of course I can't keep bending over like, doing jigsaws. No, I've never tried like needle felting, and definitely not cross stitch. I can't hold the needle and I can't see it. I only tried weaving once, with like a kiddie's weaving loom, but I pulled it in too tight, so it finished up like a hourglass shape because I pulled it in too much. So I finished up, I gave the little loom. I bought that when I had my carpal tunnel done. I thought, well, I'll do a bit of weaving. But I gave it to some kiddies in the end to try and play with it. And painting, I'm not much good at it. I'm like Lowry when I paint, they're like matchstick men. I can't get anything realistic. I've not got the flair. Yeah, funnily enough, I did art at school. I got me O-level art, yeah. Yeah, I don't consider myself to be good. As somebody said to me, Lowry and Grandma Moses made a fortune doing matchstick men, so you should have carried on. Oh dear. I wanted the art bit because I wanted to go into, fashion design. I wanted to go into that at school, but, fashion rather than, but when I did A-level art, it was all architecture, and I didn't want to do that. That was my idea, was to be, to go to fashion school, whatever they call it. Go to art school, but go for fashion. I had these high ideals. I was going to be some kind of a designer. I mean, I do faff about, I don't often use a pattern. I use patterns more for knitting, but I never use a pattern with crochet. Well, hardly ever use a pattern with crochet. I did with this one. But normally I just pick a stitch I like and just do what I feel like it. But I'm not very good at improvising with my knitting. Yeah, I had these high ideas. I was going to be a fashion designer. I was going to go to art school and do all this, and then I discovered that, I wasn't that good. I would have never got in art school anyway. Yeah, Bob Ross and, that, what's he called? Him that got disgraced, Rolls Harris, they used to be painting, didn't they? Well, I could never do that. My dad was quite good at painting. He used to do sign writing, my dad. He was a beautiful, italic writer. He never did it for a living, but, he painted the signs like for shops and that. And my mum used to go to church and used to do all the signs, when they were having whist drives and dances and things like that. My dad used to do all the signs, yeah. I'm no good at photography. I haven't got the eye, I mean, what do you call it? They used to come on here, Isaac. He takes some absolutely gorgeous pictures. The one who likes the pigeons. Remember Isaac? He still comes onto Facebook and puts his pictures up. He takes some beautiful pictures. But I've never had the eye, I take snaps. Everybody takes snaps, don't they? But I'm no good at like doing, artistic arrangements or snapping people in an artistic way, You're lucky if you get a photograph of Buster off me, But I just don't have the knack. My ex-husband went to night school to do photography. Oh, and he got this fancy dancy camera. Oh, one of those you had to calculate everything. Turn this and turn that and turn the other. Oh, dear Lord. I wouldn't take any photographs when he used to give me this camera. I said, I'll click it if you do all the performance. I said, no. I said, he took some very, very arty pictures with it. I never bothered with it. I said, just give me my box brownie, I'm all right, yeah. He paid a lot for this camera. Well, we paid a lot for this camera, I should say. But he did well with it. He went to, like you said, photography. But it was back in the day where you had to take your films, to have them developed. I mean, it's all digital now, isn't it? I mean, for photographers now can like take about 100 snaps, can't they, of you, and then decide which one of you looks the best, yeah. Because you just delete the ones that are no good, don't you? I've always wanted a really nice photograph of myself. When I was younger, I mean, not now, because I'm old now, but when I was younger and not wrinkly, I used to always want, my cousin had one done. She went to a studio, and had a proper one took. Because she wanted to, her husband wanted it to keep it like for posterity, for when they got older. And they always wanted to do that, but I never had the money to go. They wanted a fortune, like, to do all this. I did have one taken when I was a kid, but I was in my belly. And I did pay for some photographs to be taken of me, but I had my hair really, really short. My mum hated them. She don't look like a boy. I think they called it a pixie cut, didn't they? If I find the photograph, I'll show it you one day. My mother went mad when I had long, long hair, nearly down to my bottom. And I went and had this pixie cut. She went bonkers. She said, you look like a boy. She said, I hate it. But I thought I looked like the bees. I think it was when Audrey Hepburn was like breakfast at Tiffany's. I wanted to look like that, when she had her hair cut shorter. I didn't suit it. I looked like a chipmunk with all its winter nuts in my cheeks. I just don't suit short. I can't do anything with short hair. I just can't. I'm no good with hair. Some people can style it, can't they, and blow dry it and have it looking gorgeous. And I can't do that. I'm useless with hair. I just put mine in a ponytail and that's the end of it. I've never been that good. You wouldn't think I'd have curlers in this today, would you? Put curlers in, take them out, they just go. Not a curl in sight. My mother used to say she's got hair like a yard of pump water. Can't do anything with our Janet's hair. She's got such scrappy hair. She used to put rags in it, you know, them ringlets, like rags. She gave up. It'd be curly for about 5 minutes when she took the rags out, and then down it went. Oh, look, it's past the witching hour. Woo! Thought I was getting chilly. Yeah, Alan went to some classes in our, you know, in the local town. He was quite good at it. He took some nice pictures. But like everything else, he lost interest in it because he was more of a sporty kind of guy. You know, five-a-side football, badminton, squash, you name it, he played it. So I don't think he had time for taking photos. He never took any of me. I wonder why. I don't think he took any of my son either. I don't think he took people. I think he took like flowers and buildings and stuff like that. I don't remember him taking any photographs of any people. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But like I said, he wanted to do like a photography thing where, you know, you develop your own pictures and that. But he never got around to that. Because you had to have a dark room and everything. We never had anywhere in the house that you could have done a dark room. He could have shut himself in the cupboard under the stairs, I suppose. But then the fumes would have probably overcome him. I mean, he had, like I say, a decent camera, but like, you know, they're out of fashion now, aren't they? Everybody's got digital ones. That's all the latest rage in it now, digital. Even the biggest sort of photographers have got digital now, yeah. Right, I'm going to go in a minute because it's 6 minutes past the witching hour. I was hoping to get to the, you know, the casting off for the raglan, but I'm not quite there. I've still got about 10 rows to do, so I shall leave it for another day. But I've done more knitting than I thought I'd do tonight, so I can't complain. I've got to take all my pills. Hate taking them things. Lining them up in a row. Ugh. Is it any wonder why I don't check them half the time? You realise you've not took your pills when you should have took your pills when you don't need to reorder them because they're already there. I should be on the next month's reorder and I didn't need any. Well, I did. I needed my painkillers and I needed my injections. But I didn't need any of my normal pills. That means I haven't been taking them. My blood pressure's not shot up, so I hate taking pills. I hate them. I'm always saying to the pharmacist, can I not drop any of these off? Do I have to keep taking these? Yes. We go through the whole rigmarole. Do you know what these are for? Do you know what this is for? Do you know what that's for? Yes, yes, yes. Which ones can I not take? No, you have to take them all. Blech. The only ones I take willingly are my painkillers, of course, but they don't work. He said the next thing for me is morphine patches. Oh. I think the next thing for me is 2 new hips, but we're not going into that. Who's going to come and look after me when I have my new hips done? I've got no spare bed. Can't sleep anywhere. Oh dear. And I can't afford a nurse. Nurse. Can't get out of bed as it is now. Oh, we lay there this morning and everything hurt. And I'm like, oh, you're going to have to get up. You need the bathroom. So I had to take a deep breath and go when I got out of bed. Oh, God, it was agony. I shall tell him all this when I see him next. Do you know I'm in agony? I'm in agony, Ivy. Right, I shall do a pearl rod. It looks a long sleeve, but it's going to go that way, so it's going to go up, isn't it? Someday my prince will come. He's been a long while. Could be worse, so it could be Prince Andrew, couldn't it? Oh dear. I don't want a prince, I just want a millionaire. Or a billionaire would be better, wouldn't it? Then I could marry him and divorce him and get half his money. That'd be nice. Yeah, I know he's lost his title. I still don't want to marry him, prince or no prince. I know he's single, but I don't want him. I wouldn't have wanted him when he was a prince, and I certainly don't want him now. The Women's Institute, no, it's still going. The WI, yeah. Oh, he is a bit cringy, isn't he? Yeah. It's not as what's it as it used to be, the Women's Institute, but it is still going, yeah. I went to join one in Prestwich, but the night I decided to join, they were doing Zumba, if you know what Zumba is. I think I picked the wrong day. I thought it to be a bit Jam and Jerusalem, you know what I mean? But apparently they're trying to bring it in, you know, to attract the younger members, so they were doing Zumba. I thought, oh, no. But then they were going to the on a coach trip to some flower show, and I thought, no, I don't think this is for me, so I never went back. Well, he always was a bit cringy, Nathan, wasn't he? I mean, who the heck could fancy him, yeah. Well, it's kind of like a joke in England. It's all like Jam and Jerusalem, you know, where they make cakes and have cake bake sales and that. But I think they're trying to make it a bit more into the 20th century or something like that. I mean, I watch a lot of Miss Marple on the telly, on YouTube, and they're always in the knitting club in the Women's Institute and stuff like that. Yeah, they do. They sell it at Hobbycraft. I don't know whether Women's Institute has anything to do with it or whether they just lend their name to it. I've never knitted with any of it or crocheted with any of it. Hobbycraft's always too dear for me. I mean, this was 5 balls for, I don't know how much it was. 5 balls for so much she sells it for the Naked Sheep. Might have been 5 balls for about a tenner, I think. She charged me £22 and I got 2 that were... I got 2 that was 11. So 11, 20, it must have been 11, 5 for £11, it must have been. But she charged me £22. And the 2 packs I'd got were 2 for 2 for 11. I don't know. I know she charged me £22 for. But she does some of that Pato yarn, but they didn't have the right colour for me. She said they sell that and they also have some that's £10 for 2 packs. That's like 10 balls. It's like £1 a ball. But they only had certain colours, and I don't know what the yarn's like. It might be all right if you're doing blankets or something, but I don't know how it would be for a cardigan. Yeah, I'm going to have to go into another ball, I think, to do me bands, but I've got another one, so it's all right. Yeah, there was 135 grams in each ball. Well, I'm going to go now, so thank you everybody who made my birthday really, really special. I got really spoiled, absolutely spoiled. It's going to be an anticlimax, isn't it? Oh dear. So I'm going to go now and struggle my way into bed now. And I'll say good night to everybody. And hopefully I'll be able to show you my cardigan next week. And I'll iron my skirt. Which way? That way. Iron my skirt tomorrow. I didn't have time to iron it. And the next time I will do, I shall open another one of the Secret Santas. Next time I do a video, I aim to open one every video because I'm not going to do Vlogmas. I'm not putting that much strain on myself because I know I won't do it. Because tomorrow I'll just go. I'm already not being able to move much after getting wet through yesterday. So I know it took me all my time to get out of bed this morning. So tomorrow, with it being a Sunday, I'll just be going, oh, I'm not getting up. I'm staying in bed for a while. And then I'll get up and make some. I need to cook them mushrooms. So I might do a mushroom omelette for my breakfast. Well, my brunch it'll be. I don't eat early. Yeah. Right, thank you everybody. Thank you for my thumbs up. I've got 38 thumbs up today, so thank you very much. And I will get around to answering everybody's comments that they left on my other video, because I haven't done them yet. I put little hearts so I've read them, yeah. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Everybody's fantastic today. You're all fabulous. We can all be fabulous. And Sophie, don't let the bees grind you down. You stick it out. Yeah. So, right, thank you very much, Joe. And you might see me one day, whenever, I don't know. I will do my best to keep coming back. Inflict myself upon you. You know, you haven't done it to deserve this, have you? Not having me more than once a week, you know. You poor souls, yeah. Right, okie dokie. Bye for now.